Hello you lovely people, welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. My name's Kirsten, this is where I art and craft, and I've been playing and I thought I should switch you on because I said I would show you putting these in. This is, I made this with the Gardener's Almanac box, and I said I would show you me putting how I was going to put these in my journal. So I'm going to put this one on here. And I'll put some. So what I'm actually doing is I'm doing some bits for using Tracy's new kit, Butterfly Abundance. But I needed to put these bits in as well, and I thought I should show you before I put them in, and I haven't shown you, and it's because I've already said. And what did I say? I said I was going to, but actually, do you know what? I don't think that matters. I was thinking about putting a magnet down to keep this closed, but actually, I don't think that needs a magnet. It's kind of, it's too late now anyway. Shall I still put one in? That is the question. I don't actually think it needs a magnet. I think it's because there's quite a weight in this flap. I think it's going to be okay. But I do want to decorate this flap. And I did think I was going to... I've already made this with the Abundance. And the fascinating thing was, you know how I love a slide. You didn't need to see me making another slide. But the fascinating thing was I ended up using a leaf because my Gardener's Almanac box is there. I ended up using a leaf. I'll link below that video if you haven't seen that video. Maybe we'll use something out of this for this as well. We could put, I know. Is this the right one? Oh, yes it is. Let's put, we'll have to Mod Podge gel these on. As well. Oh yes, like that. Let's get a butterfly on this side. Here's one of these ones. Actually I quite like that because of the orangey. Let's see if there's anything else. These are from the kit. Oh, that's nice as well, isn't it? That's got more oranges on it. Quite like that one actually. I don't know if I want both of those on there. Yes, I think I do. Might put that a bit in an angle. Oh, is it a bit? What else have we got? Oh, there's a brownie one. Makes more sense to kind of get the one like the wee splash of orange. I think I've already looked at these, haven't I? Oh, there's a brownie one on a bit of, looks like heather, doesn't it? Okay, I think it's between that one and that one. I think that one's better. I think this one's just a bit noisy because of this extra bit down the bottom. That one's a bit calmer. I want a word as well, I think. Right, so let's put those there. Okay, so yet again, I've used something from that I wouldn't have used, but because it's just now there, I'm going to end up needing to press more. I've been not pressing flowers because I had so many that were still just kicking around the place. I'm going to end up having to press some flowers, aren't I? Put that on there like that. Put that over that side maybe. So I can put that at that angle and it doesn't interfere with that so much. A word. Let's have a look what we got. Oh, harmony. harmony would do, wouldn't it? It was like that was there. Yes, that's looking good. Let's do that. I'm going to ink this up. Now, I don't know how you deal with, I've not done it in this, because this is on top and I think it'll be okay. It's very flat. This needs dealt with slightly differently. If you're not putting it behind a slide like this, I don't know how you deal with your dried flowers, pressed flowers. I use matte medium to stick them down. I'm just using another. You've got to be very careful. Coat over the top. And that isn't enough to actually hold them down, as you can see. I should have put that one down first because I wanted to stick that up inside. But actually, I quite like that. Because quite often you do see the stems between the clusters of flowers on a hydrangea. And then with a single layer of napkin, though this is hanky because the napkins are over the other side of the room, I put that down on top because it will show through. And it'll just help stick it round about. That's probably too close to that bit of fabric. You can see how I'm doing a border round about it. This is the one bit that's going to be tricky. I'm just going to put a bit more underneath here so that that'll stick down better. There we go, that's better. And I need some more under here. And this will just give it, when it's something as delicate as this, having the layer of thingy over the top of it really helps, really helps. I'm going to have to leave that aside to dry before I can finish that off. So let's get on with something else, which means I haven't shown you where the other thing is. Let's get on with what I'm supposed to be doing. Well, I was supposed to be doing that as well, but I'm working on these and I've got an idea. Let's deal with this one first, if I can find it. Oh, what's happened to the rest of that? Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a pocket, that tip-in pocket kind of idea. So I want to get these top edges together and then I want to, so what I've done is I've made the top level. Now these are I've done this half size, they're like, this is another example at the end of them, there's like these pages already on, and this is two of them. And I just want to take, let's put them all there. Okay, and then this one I want to put a bit of fabric on the back, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a wee, this is going to Oh, that's too tight, isn't it? Do I make this bigger? I think I'm actually going to make this bigger so that I can mount this on something so I can still do that rather than trim that down, because I've already trimmed down some of the pages in this and I don't want to lose all the pages on that as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, we could use a bit of this. Now I want to just give it a bit, because this is just thingy paper, I want to just give it a bit of something, and okay, I'm going to have to leave that to set for a bit. This one I want to put on a bit of fabric on the other side of it. I'm going to do some of my sun dyeing. I don't know if you haven't seen, this is some of the sun dyeing. I've got this fabulous thistle. This went in like this. This is purely by chance. I've ended up with this fabulous thistle in this bit, but I'm not going to use that. I think I'm going to use a bit of this bit. What bit shall we use? I'll use a bit down here. That side. Which side up might I use? See, that looks like there's a, I think maybe I want that. Oh, but that's, if I put that on there, it'll be on the back. It's always the trouble with when you've got some eco-dyed stuff. I do like that one though, but I want it on the front. And if I'm going to put it on the front, it's going to end up being upside down and down the bottom. So let's put it over this side. Then, oh, that's almost like a butterfly there, would be on the front. That would be cool, wouldn't it? It's almost like a butterfly. It's not like a butterfly, but it's almost like a butterfly. So let's take that. See, look, there's a lovely print there. I'm now going to tear it apart. Well, you're going to tear it apart at some point, Kirsten. Just do it. Just do it. As long as it's not your thistle. Oh. The seam's gone, which has given me a lovely bit. Look at that. I've just had a thought for that. And there'll be a bit here. Let's take this bit off. And so I'm going to stick this on here. Oh, I've left it too big, haven't I? I need another bit. That's too much of a... And I just thought maybe what I could do, and I'm now going to stuck it down, is actually make that like that's a bookmark. So what we'll do is we'll just stick that in there as well. And so that'll be like a bookmark in there. Just cut that off. And that'll be sewn in as well, which will keep it nice. And just when that came flying off, I thought, oh, that's like a wee bookmark. I don't want to fold it until I've done the sewing. So I'm going to sew round that. I'm going to sew round this all the way around here, all the way around here. And I want to also sew in what's going to act. Oh, we could use we could use this would be ideal. We'll sew this bit in as well. It's going to act as the hinge. Right, I'm going to wait till this glue has dried a bit because I don't like putting, I know some people do, but I don't like putting it through my sewing machine. Some people don't mind, and that's fine, that's their sewing machine, but for my sewing machine I'd rather not do that when I know there's lots of quite sticky stuff still there. So let's move on to the next thing I was going to make, which was, what was I going to do? What was I going to do? There was something else oh, I know what it was. I was going to look at these. What I want to do is, I don't know whether this is going to work or not. I want to find 3 of these that are roughly the same size. Right, these 3 I think. Okay, yeah, so anyway, I'm not going to do it, but these smaller, thinner ones, if you're wondering what to do with it, this is like a little tray. I think it's a little tray that goes in a tin. These are tins. I think this is like a little tray that goes in a tin. And I have thought about using that, but see, that one's like a tray as well. But I'm going to use them as a tin. I could put that in as a tray, couldn't I? Because that would fit in as a tray in there. Is that just being a bit silly? Well, maybe not. No, I've had a thought. Right, no, I think it is being a bit silly actually. Is it being a bit silly? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that, but you could use that like as a tray in one of the tins, and that's like a tray. You can see how it goes down the way. So yes, these little ones, these could be used like a belly band, I was thinking, and I might still use one as a belly band. We shall see. Anyway, on to what I'm doing here. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a little tin that'll have some butterflies in it. See, my issue is this looks like it would be the bottom of a tin. Oh, it could be the inside if that's 3 screws. A wee tin with some butterflies in it. So the first thing I want to do is I want to put a wee magnet in here. So that there's 2 there. There's only 1 there. So that the tin will stay closed. It doesn't matter if you can see a bit of the tin underneath, I don't think, because that's the nature of tins. Let's ink this up. Paying particular attention to those whitey bits. I should have maybe inked the inside of these 2, because there might be a wee white line I can't get rid of before I stuck them together. So that's something that you can, if you're doing this, you can learn from me and do it. Not make that same mistake. There we go. And what mistake have I made? What mistake have I made? I've not put in my hinge. I've not put in my hinge. So we're seeing we've got this. I do want my hinge the whole length, don't I? That was silly. Let's see if we can. Yeah, we can. We can just get that out. And we're just going to use paper for a hinge. And I'm thinking if we use one of these, folded in half. What one shall we use? Oh, we could use this kind of darker one, couldn't we? Then we still get that metal look for the hinge. Is that long enough? Oh, actually, that's probably about the right kind of length. So let me just think this through this time. If we fold that in half, we've got a metal hinge that you can see. It can go underneath there. Yeah. So let's fold this in half. There we go. And then before I put it in the other one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw little, like you get the little spaces between these hinges, which is how the hinge works, because this one side comes from, that one comes from this side and that one comes from this side, and then there's a peg down the middle. I'm just going to put in the little spaces. Hopefully make it look more hinge-like. Better if you did it neater, Kirsten, but there we go. That's better. Making sure it goes over it, and I've got a lovely ridge now because of using the double thickness. See, looks like a hinge, doesn't it? Again, I should have done that beforehand because it's not all the way around there. See if I can. Okay, I'm going to leave that one to set for a bit before we do anything else with it. Shall we make a tag? Oh, shall we see if this is dried? Let's see if this is dried while we're waiting for that one. No, it's still wet. Cards in there, that's that one done. It's wet again, so I'm going to leave it to dry for a bit. It's probably not wet, you know. I am going to, this one I thought I'd put in this page, but I thought first of all let's put some stenciling on this page. It's too sticky. I've got this endless circle stencil out because I quite liked it. I just like the idea of having the circles behind there for some reason. Don't know why, because it's not as if there's circles on it, but I just thought I was looking for a circle stencil, so that one I thought that's the one I want. And I'm using Stormy Sky because I think that's quite a nice blue to be using for this. And then you take this out to stick this down. I think what we need is a little butterfly hiding under there, don't we? Let's use one of these tags. Oh, that looks quite nice. Quite like that. Oh, I like the yellow one. Shall we use the yellow one? That's a bit of a surprise, a yellow one under there, isn't it? The tag's in there. Oh, that's a nice tag. And you can't do anything, but if you take out the tag, you can then see what the surprise is behind. And you can write on the back of that seed envelope as well. Like that. Let's just make sure that's not sticking on anything. Well, this might be quite good for the... What did I do with the... Where did it end up going? Can you see it? Can you see it? mean, it's here, it's back to front, because you've got that writing space on the back. That might be a nice place for that. But I don't know if I want it. Oh, that's nice. Just not sure if I want it so close to. Oh, it's nice on there, isn't it? This I'm preparing this one for starting in August. Quite like that on there. So that needs a wee pocket. I think I haven't got them here. I think I'm going to use either Phenology or an arty pocket and put that in a pocket there. So let me just, I need to think where I'm going to put this one, because originally I was thinking of putting it on the back here, but I don't know. Could put it as a flip out on that one, couldn't I? That might be quite nice actually, put it as a flip out on that one. Oh, let's do one of those sidey tags for going in here. Right, I think this one's going to go in that back. I think that's where I'm going to put that, but that still needs to be sewn. Let me do a pocket, a tag for in here, one of these, because these are sidey tags. Oh yes, look at that. Not that one though. That one's too high. That one's, yeah, that's bright enough to go in there. That one's probably too high as well. So let's use this one. And let's do a layered tag. Oh, that's that one. Don't lose that magnet. Let's do a layered tag for in that pocket. Let's open this back up so it can continue to dry. This can continue to dry. So, let's have a look. We've got this faux tag on here first. Let's deal with that first. Oh, I wonder if one of these would fit on here. Franklin Hummer. It's a person who... No, I don't like that. It kind of... It's the fact it finishes too early, but then that's why it doesn't fit on there. Is these two any better? Oh, actually that one's okay. Especially if I just did that and made that into another tag. Let's make this into another tag behind here. Let's just give it a wee bit more colour. Let's stamp something on it. What stamps have I got here with me at the moment? They're no use. Let me get my tree. Oh, I could just even stick something on. Let's stick something on. We've got all these bits here. We could stick something on. There was a measure. There's a measure. Should we stick the measure on? Why would the measure be on a tape? Well, then the measure allows you to take your tag out into the field and measure your butterflies. You want that like that? Maybe not. Let's see, what have we got? See, a lot of these aren't going to necessarily show. So maybe I do need to use the measure or stamp something on myself. Oh, just recut them slightly. That's quite good. Because not quite aspect number, object number. So then that's like the object number, but that's, why would it have not be the whole size of the tag? That's my issue with that one. Could I cut down one of these tags maybe? That's too short. Cut that down so that was, oh, see now I cut off this when I was making the specimen. I used one of these butterflies for the specimen, just because I really liked the butterfly and I liked the background it was on, and I just felt it would go really well on a tag, so I could see. Unfortunately, however, the tag could have been written that way, couldn't it? Actually, I quite like that idea that the tag's written that way. Or is it just another tag? Is it just another tag? Do we put something like, do we stop prevaricating and get on with it? That, I can hear you saying it. I'm saying it to myself. I just want something longer that goes along for that tag. But maybe, let's write on it. Let's write on it. And what shall we write on it? Let's just write along the top. Oh, see, I've got ink on, glue on that pen and ruined it. It's now not wanting to write at all. Found on trip to the coast. Weather sunny and hot, just like this summer. And I'm not necessarily, it's not about being able to see all that, that's okay. I'm actually going to stick that down. But if you write the whole thing, then it just starts to look a bit more natural when you stick it down. In fact, there isn't something quite coming out here, it's a bit annoying though. What should we write along this line? Let's write John was there too. Don't know who John is, and at the end is just the dot that shows, but there's the punctuation, a tiny bit of the O, but it just kind of makes it more realistic, and it's a very bizarre thing. Maybe it's just my brain, I don't know, but it certainly is my brain. I don't know what that word means. I should have looked it up first, shouldn't I, really? Okay. Oh, that does. That looks like there's loads of bits and pieces in there. That's great. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and put a line of glue down there just so that this doesn't move around. Right, that's okay. I'm going to let it dry before I put it back in. We need to decorate this envelope as well. So let's put some bits and pieces on this envelope. I love these. These are gorgeous. Will one of those fit on there? That one would fit on there, wouldn't it? Let's put a bit of... I did think, see, this is another bit of my eco dye, and it's got these flowers on. I was thinking it'd be quite nice to use those flowers with one of the butterflies. But I don't know if it would fit on here. It might fit on... It's maybe going to end up... Oh, it would fit on... Shall we have a go at this? I've still got that really nice bit to use. Then that's a lovely washer there, but I'm now going to tear in half. But nevertheless, it still shows as a nice wee bit. Right, let's have a look if that has a negative impact on... It doesn't, does it? That's quite cool. I just need to find the right butterfly now to go up there. Sorry, I did that probably off the thing altogether. So that's a tab on there. So that's been pulled out, and it's and it was netted at the flowers. Oh, I really like how that one's turned out to be. And then I've got that writing space on there. I'll do something with the back when I get to that page. But I like that. That's lovely. So we've got that one done. We've got this one done. We've got this one done. We need to get this one in somewhere, don't we? It should have dried by now. Oops, see, now that magnet's probably stuck on here somewhere. There, it's there. Let's let it catch on where it's going to catch on. And let's find somewhere for this tin to go. So that's that one. So I still need to do that one, but I need to go downstairs and get those bits, and I need to sew these other ones up. So what I need to do with these is, that's still going to need a bit of decoration on the front maybe. Do I want to do the decoration before I sew? Maybe I do. I love this card. I've got some wings from Tim Holtz. So that's that. Let's put a couple of little labels on as well. So I need to stick this together. I did notice this needed a further trim. Just showing a wee bit. There we go. Right. So not along the top, Kirsten. Can you believe me? Silly women. Silly women. Let's just put these clips on here to let it dry before we put it in the journal. Just want to make sure the hinge is properly fixed. So while that's drying, I'm going to sew this. And I need to use this desk to sew, so I'm going to have to clear all this away, sew this, and then I will be back. Here we go. Let's just, you'd seen all that. It's these three. So I've stuck this one on this page here. You know, the magnet keeps it open. I had to put a magnet on the outside and I've just kind of distressed around it a bit so it looks like these four. I might put one the other side, though I don't think it's necessary. This tag, when I stuck these two butterflies in the tin, I've got my writing space here, when I stuck these two butterflies in the tin, that one covered the magnet enough for it just not to catch. But it's catching now. Yes, it is. I think it's just because I've got my fingers still down on it, I'm kind of pointing it back up again. Oh, I didn't do it that time. But I love that. I love the way it's a tin as well. And put the wee bits on the front. You've seen all that one. This is the other one I need to show you, which is now in its place. So it kind of covers that bird, but you open up, you still see that bird, which is nice to still be able to see that bird. Still be able to see this other bit of the eco dye. I put this little tag in here because I just felt it wanted something more, and it just also gives a wee bit of security to that. That was wider. I had to trim it down because I didn't want it getting in the way of flipping open. And then I sewed around this. Like I said, I used a fancy stitch, which I don't use a lot because it makes a lot of holes in the paper, but I just wanted something that was going to be, there's the stitch, without covering. I didn't really want to decorate this and cover it up too much, but I did use this with a tab that I've trimmed the edges off because I like the green of it. The other things were all, I wanted something more green, and I like the green of that, just to put that on there. It's got its marker. This is the page I've got to my notebook. Plenty of space just to still add some wee things in there. Love that. Love that. I'm still debating with myself whether or not I'm going to make a notch, but I don't think it, because once I've written in it, I probably won't take it out very often. But I like that as well. So that's 3 bits I made. I hope you enjoyed those 3 little makes, and they may inspire you to make something. The details of the kit is down below. I'll also put the details down of the other kit, the Gardener's Almanac box, just because you saw me putting those other ones in, and I'll link the video where I made that file, and there was 2 bits. I made a file and I made the envelope, the seed envelope. I'll put that link down below. Thank you so much for watching. It's a lovely kit. Now, did I tell you? I don't think I did. I'll just tell you quickly that the kit, you only saw a tiny fraction of the kit. I think it's 47 pages. There's also these big tags which I haven't used yet. I think there's 4 pages of them, but that's just one of those. There is like this page. I think there's 6 pages or 2 pages like that. Mostly it's that kind of thing. There is also a sheet of plain labels, and I think there's another sheet of smaller tags, and there's a couple of sheets of fussy cuts which I haven't used at all in this make, because I've already got loads of fussy cut butterflies, and I decided for this to actually use one of the tags. I've used Tracy's faux mica as well on that. Not faux mica on that, but that's actually one of the tags I've cut down. One of the tags that was like this one in here that I cut down because I liked the backing of it, and I just wanted the backing on that one as well. So there are some fussy cuts. I've just not used them. I would normally use a fussy cut in a slide, but I didn't. Anyway, thanks for watching. You take care. See you soon. Keep crafting. Bye for now.